Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Trill here on the ASS Family Channel. I'm here with the one and only, the legend.
Mom.
We got Big Tuggeth. Shout out my GOAT. No cap. Making some of the best videos on this platform as well. No cap. How to put the fun in funeral. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't know how to make a funeral fun. Only thing I could say is, though, I'm definitely going to be one of them heads. Like, yo, heads better not be crying at my funeral. But I don't want to see nobody sad, bro. Like, y'all need to celebrate my life. No cap. Y'all need to be happy I existed in the first place, bro. I don't want to see nobody crying. And I'm sure mom feel the same way. Except I'm telling her right now, it's going to be hard not to shed a little tear or two.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It might be a little
let's not worry about it right now.
That's what I'm saying now. But that's way down the line. Mom going to be 105 before she let her life go.
Okay.
Am going to keep bothering me? Oh,
No,
John.
no, it's going to be a Gen what then?
Oh, God. We going to be in like, what, Gen Gamma? Bro, they're not even going to be human. But nah, seriously though, how to put the fun in funerals, Big Tug. If y'all don't watch the original video, of course that will be down in the description below as always. Emma, let's get right into it.
All right,
you
come
feel
on.
me?
Quick PSA.
Quick PSA, what we talking?
Quick PSA, Alvin Flames, the guy who makes all the dope music in my videos, and apparently recently you guys were wondering what the music was that I put in my videos. Well, it's Alvin Flames, and Alvin Flames just released a new album this
Shout
Friday,
out.
so it's out right now, and it's called Kill Alvin. It's on
stop,
Spotify,
PSA.
wherever else
Okay.
you listen to music, and I think you
I'll
should
check
give
it
a
out.
shot.
I'm
It's
huge on
lo-fi,
music.
melodic pop.
I'll
He
try
did
any
not
type
pay
of
me to
music.
say this. I just love his music that much. Please enjoy
Okay.
the video. Death.
All right.
You can try and ignore it, but much like that rash on your lower back, sooner or later
No.
it comes for us all.
Shoot.
Your grand
Lower
Come on.
back. No, I'm sorry. Lower back's an
What?
understatement. I got her. I don't got rashes, but you know how you have like marks on your body? I got them everywhere, man. Yo, if y'all want to get rid of them, Clearasil 12 hour. That's the best joint I've ever seen. Mom can tell you. That's the best joint. No cap, but let's get into it.
parents, your Tamagotchis, the cast of Glee. Why have so
Stop
many
playing with them.
Okay, come on.
I wasn't gonna pause that to
Truly,
say
it
stop
is
playing
a
with the
cruel,
Tamagotchis.
cruel world. But
350.
unlike flushing a
Oh,
fish
no,
or putting a
325.
hamster in a shoebox,
Not-
when your relatives
not
take the
Goldie.
bucket, there is still much work to do. You have to suit up
Did he
for a good
subscribe?
old funeral. Funerals are notably sad and depressing, obviously. You wear all black, you shake crying people's hands, and you have to give a speech about Peepaw where you neglect to mention his racist tirade. But honestly, I think the Western culture surrounding funerals is a bit of a travesty. It shouldn't be a sad experience of weepy adults fighting over a lackluster will and testament. It should be a celebration of the person in that box and what they stood for. Today
Yes,
I'm going to give
exactly.
you my tips, tricks, and advice on how I think we should change funerals for the better. Unless
All
you're
right,
Catholic.
come on.
Unless you're Catholic, because those funerals are so goddamn sad and boring that it's just lost without a cause.
Been
I
there.
thought I would begin by concocting some fun ways we as a culture can change the mentality around the big D, meaning death. I tried to get folksy with it and I got perverted pretty quickly. So here are my tips and tricks on how to give your next
Okay,
funeral a
let's
little
hear
bit
it.
more sizzle. My first tip that is quick, free, and easy is to just say a little ominous shit to the people
No,
around.
okay, so we at the funeral and I'm like, yeah, man, Lucifer really got him. Man, what? I'm like, man, what? Huh? I'm like, huh? Nah, I don't know about this one, Tug. I don't know about this one.
You in the funeral home. Now, I do want to say that you don't want to get disrespectful. These people are grieving, obviously, so you don't want to be an asshole about it. So try and stay away from the more tender topics, like how the person died, or the fact that his little piggies are out in that casket because they don't wear shoes. Instead, historically, I have
don't wear
liked to go the
shoes?
route of righteous
Some
fury.
people
When you
don't.
have a chance to chat with one of the grieving
What?
family
Some people
members,
don't put
shake their
shoes on
hands,
them.
look them dead in the eye, and say with all sincerity, I promise you that his death will be avenged. I will not stop until justice has been served. Now, of course, that person is going to
Yo,
be...
bro thinks he's Batman. I will not stop until he's avenged. Brother thinks he's the Dark Knight. Brother thinks he's part of the Justice League. That's tough. Like,
confused and a little scared. But that's when you dramatically turn heel and leave the funeral home immediately, maybe lighting a cigarette on your way out. Not only will this create a fun little drama at the funeral home, but it will take the grief off of the family member's mind, if only for a moment. And I believe that's priceless. But the ominous hijinks don't end there. Let's say you are one of the close relatives of the recently departed. How are you supposed to make a little fun out of this, horrible catastrophe? Well, I have found that things just get a little bit more exciting if you simply bring a map to the funeral. Now, it might be
okay, so
Okay, bring a map and do what? What
yeah,
you
now,
looking for?
but
Map.
before we hear him out, because
People don't
I
even
need
know
to
what
know
maps are.
why we need to bring a map.
Yeah, people don't even know what maps are. What generation? Millennials? They might know a map.
A millennials definitely doesn't know a map. definitely, Mom. I
They
think
do. They know MapQuest.
They know MapQuest. What the
Maybe
heck is
MapQuest was MapQuest was when I was young. What?
What the heck is MapQuest? What the heck is MapQuest?
What you mean MapQuest?
I
is
know,
a
I
map?
know the GPS. I know the Maps app. I know Waze. What is MapQuest?
MapQuest is what we used to go online, AO up, get internet. Yes, and then we would print it out, and it's called MapQuest.
So Mom lied the other day when she said she was Gen X. She's clearly, she might be even below boomers, because I don't even know if I don't even know if boomers know what maps are.
MapQuest. We used to print it out.
Nah.
Okay,
Nah,
all right.
I
I might have a MapQuest stored in my stuff
what I
somewhere.
said in the other video, yo, if we on the joint, right, we going out and mom busts out the map, the atlas.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about MapQuest you printed out.
Back in the house.
Just like you go on Google right now, and then you go to Google Maps, and you know how they have directions, and they give you step by step.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have phones. We had to print it out on a piece of paper and have
well,
it with us. MapQuest.
I don't got my phone, but I got a phone, so I'm not.
Anyway,
I'm not doing that.
Come on, let's see why we gotta have a map.
Nah, Tug gotta let me know why we need a map though.
It's kind of hard to find an actual paper map in 2024, but just go to one of your older relatives, glove boxes and open that thing up, and maps are gonna flood out of it. I don't know why they keep those things, but you'll get one from there. Then get a red Sharpie, draw a big old circle anywhere on the map, and then you just have to wait. Eventually, someone will come up to you and ask you if there's anything they can do, because people love to pretend like they want to help at these occasions. And when that moment arises, it's showtime, baby. You go to the back pocket, whip out the map, and place it in their confused and nervous hands. Tell them to look at the map, travel to the coordinates, and wait for further instruction. Then you just shuffle them off and talk to the next person without making a big deal.
That's not even where I thought it was going. I thought it was gonna be like, yeah, I want to go on vacation.
Now, of course, nothing will come of this. You just made up a crazy B plot for a character that just showed up for the food. But this little activity will make that certain person think that the person in the box is a little bit more special and fantastical, and I think that's what funerals are really all about. This one is definitely more of a prank, but a classy and respectful one because of the situation at hand. All you have to do is buy a candle and hand it to someone you don't like. Find your least favorite uncle or cousin who showed up because they had to, and the person who died didn't really like them in the first place, so I don't even know why you're here. And I would suggest trying to pinpoint people who showed up late to the funeral.
Bro, this is stupidly if I'm being honest, bro, and this doesn't even apply to me, but I feel like most funerals heads is really just showing up because they want some attention, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody is acknowledging them in the family, cause like, bro,
Like, I ain't never seen you around. You ain't even go talk to that person. When the last time you called?
Exactly. I'm like, yo, bro, ain't nobody seen you in 2 decades. I don't know why you are here. Like, you had literally, you are quite literally.
To pay their respects.
To pay their respects. You could have
Sign
paid your
the book
respect
and
by
go.
staying in your house.
They
I
could've
don't
signed
know
the
why
book.
you're here. Like, what? Brother, go back home.
Man, funerals cause a lot of issues.
Exactly.
A lot.
Funerals cause a ton of issues, financial issues, because it costs too much to die. Like, it costs way too much to die. I'm not even gonna hold you, brother. Like, that's why I keep saying, for me, don't even cremate me, bro. I don't know what's gonna happen to me, brother. I don't want, if it's over 4 digits, $1,000, bro, just get rid of me. I don't know at that point, bro. Like, I don't know, because Jesus Christ. But then, yeah, people beefing, family members, they see each other a long time. Like, bro, it's no point, bro. I don't want none of that jazz. You might as well just, y'all could get on.
Next time they have to think about what's going on, the better. When they come through the front door, approach them quickly with a pre-lit candle and say, you're late. The ceremony has already arrived, but I saved you one. Get in there. Now, 9 times out of 10, they're going to take the candle, because at funerals, for some reason, they do things with candles, and it's not, why would you question it? They take the candle, open the doors to the main event, and expect to see a celebration of light. But instead, it'll just be a room of dimly lit crying people, and they're going to be the only assholes sitting in a pew with a candle. A lot of things happen after this moment. Some people might assume they're part of the ceremony, because I mean, he does have a candle. He must have some, position of power. They might think this guy's really into this.
Position of power. That's what I'm talking.
Cared about this person in the box. And now that person is in too deep. What do? Do they put out the candle and offend people? Like, what? Did you give up? Did you give up on the whole purpose of that candle? Or do they hold a burning candle in their hand until the hot wax drips on their knuckles and they get upset? It's a win-win in any situation. Now, this last one's a little tricky because it definitely could be seen as disrespectful, but if you have the right people in the room and the right guy in the coffin, it could go over very well. All you have to do is approach the casket, grip the wood, fall to your knees, and exclaim the following: "He promised to take me with him!" Now, this will have the people surrounding you.
What? This one, I am gonna go a -5 for this one. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna do this one.
I'm starting to go.
I'm like, he promised to take me with him. What? I'm trying to figure.
I'll help you.
And what interpretation does he mean by that? Like,
exactly.
dying? Like, he was gonna kill you? Like, I'm trying to. I'm like, yeah. Now I'm with mom. I'm like, yeah. I'm just gonna head back to the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
You crazy confused and honestly very intrigued at the circumstances surrounding this person's death. Did he actually promise that? Was it a suicide pact thing? How much do we know about Uncle Joe, and why does his nephew really want to die with him? Now, in all honesty, I would probably suggest not doing this one, but if you never want to talk to any of those people in the room again, it's, the world's your oyster. Just make sure the dead person would think that's funny. That's all you gotta do. That's all you're here for, is to respect the person. Who cares about anyone else there? Next segment. But before we get into this next segment, let's take a break and talk about music. It's an ad. I'm gonna do an ad. Roll the clip. Recently, I've been going on long walks.
Hey, shout out Big Tug, brother.
And it's ad.
Get your money up, not your funny up, gang. But I need to get to the video. Ah!
Letting me use Raycons. Well, I would be nothing without these in my ear.
Raycon still be doing ads?
So there's one thing that people fear more than death, and it's public speaking. That's a real fact. That's a real study that was done. People would rather die than speak publicly. And I don't blame them. People who have the skill set to talk in front of thousands without feeling any shame or embarrassment are all psychopaths, in my opinion. Oops, who put that there? Whoopsie daisy. But in terms of funerals, someone has to draw the short stick and talk about the person who died.
I'm sorry, but Joe Byron been coming up in a lot of Joe, and I'm still questioning Joe Byron.
So I'm gonna use, folksy language. Now, when it comes to eulogies, it's not a fun job. But in my opinion, there's a great opportunity to, have a little fun with it and give the speech the old razzmatazz. So here are my tips on how to give the best and most entertaining eulogy possible. Warning, video for educational purposes only. If you do these things, you'll probably have to deal with a lot of annoying stuff right after from people who once loved you. Acting on these tips is ill-advised. So before you even start the speech, you're going to want to set the tone. Much like any other public speaking gig, you want to let the people know what they're getting into before you really start the show. This is why choosing the correct entrance to make really establishes the vibe for the rest of the speech. There are a few ways to do this correctly, namely, rolling to the podium in a pair of light-up Heelys, having a big...
Oh my, not the light up Heelys, not the glow shoes.
He did the light up Heelys.
Yo, man, you gonna be rocking your glow shoes in the gym?
Yeah, I don't know.
You sure you don't want to rock your glow shoes?
I do.
I bet you do. Yo, Bob gonna have it on her joint. Yo, my joints better be lighting up the entire room. I don't.
Strong fella you hired off of Craigslist carry you to the front. Or if you're on a budget, several well-timed somersaults will do the job right. All of these fun activities will make previously crying heads pop up from the pews. You want to get the audience to pop. Now that you've gotten their attention, it's time to wow them with your poise and wit. You can always start with a fun joke, perhaps a lighthearted anecdote about the fella in the box. We're gonna call him Pop Pop for the rest of this segment because it's easier that way. But if you really want to razzle dazzle the spectators, I suggest going with Plan B, calling out his enemies and promising that he will haunt them beyond the grave. A powerful statement. As we all know, 10% of funerals
I think that's the one
I'll
go with.
care, and 90% of funerals are people trying to save face for the other people at the funeral. Odds are Pop Pop probably hated the majority of people in that room, and it's the eulogizer's job to remind them of that fact. So stating that he will do everything in his power to skip out on the afterlife just to scare the shit out of the people he hated at 2 a.m. in their kitchens is, something that you should be looking into. Another great move, let's call it Plan C, is to lie a bunch about the dead person. Just keep lying. Listen, it doesn't matter how well you think you knew Pop Pop. Everyone has secrets, and now it's time to lie about those secrets in front of everybody. Legends never die, but boring people do. So now it's time to
shout out Juice WRLD. Legends never die.
Boring Joe to a spectacular Steve. Bring up that time he found a live hand grenade in an open field and drove 200 miles on his own whip to huck it over the dam. An unprovable and remarkable action. Tell him about that time.
I know he's lying, but I'm just saying, I'm sitting there
convinced him to give one of his medals. And then people are going to be wondering, am I going to get that medal in the will? It becomes a little fun thing. Tell him about how he invented the QWERTY layout of keyboards, because no one knows who actually did that, and it might as well be Pop Pop. At this point, people are going to start to think to themselves, wow, I didn't know.
At that point, yo, did y'all know Pop Pop came with What? Boy, my cat would be immaculate.
Pop Pop that well, but he lived a full and interesting life, and he might have been a criminal, but a cool criminal, like, I don't know. The guys in the town. And to round it out, just make up some life advice that you say that the guy in the casket actually said, but he didn't actually say, but it makes him seem introspective, and that's pretty important.
Is that Marcus Aurelius?
Phrases that were well thought out, but on average, most people don't say very interesting things. So here are some that I've, put together that you can use at your next funeral. Always put a little butter in your instant ramen. You can glean something deeper in that, but it's actually just good advice. The internet is our new god, and buddy, I'm worshiping on my hands and knees. This one makes you think,
I'm still worried about the butter in the ramen.
And who could forget Mac Miller's solos? When I wrote this script, I didn't think I was going to be wearing this hoodie, and it makes me seem like a huge fanboy. But I think that's a funny thing to say at any funeral. Then end the speech with a quick statement saying that you're going to be a big part of the will and that you are extremely litigious. And then say amen. That's all you got to do.
Take a tip from other cultures.
So traditional funerals are pretty lame, especially the Catholic ones. I'm sorry I keep hitting that note over and over. It's just all I knew, and they always suck. But when trying to spice up the funeral game, I found it important to borrow from as many other cultures as possible in order to really get the party started. Is that cultural appropriation? I mean, by definition, that's cultural appropriation. But I'll be sure to be real chill about all the customs and cultures, so I cover all my bases. For example, we have the Madagascar Turning of the Bones, which sounds metal as fuck. So the Malagasy people of Madagascar perform a ceremony called the Famadihana. Alexa, how do you pronounce Famadihana? That's not gonna help.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Also known as the turning of the bones. So in their culture, after a person kicks the bucket, they do the normal, funeral stuff, have a sad party, all that. However, every 5 to 7 years after the person dies, the family holds a little party at their crypt. And I guess these people rock with crypts. I feel like
that's cool. They not doing that in what's it called, John? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Once you get into John,
That's it.
that's it. Man, well, amen. May
Wow. So I guess
May
they got to
bless your
keep that
spirit.
up. They said every 5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
They got to keep doing that.
we gotta come
Keep
back.
digging up the bones and
No,
flipping
not,
them.
No, not digging up the bones. Just go to the crypt, mom.
I
Just
thought
have
they
a
were
party.
saying.
Yo,
Go to-
did you really think
dig
they
up
was
the
turning the
bones and-
bones?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this why
That's why I said they got to go and dig up the bones and
we
flip it.
gonna hold an audition for the new co-host because yo, mom really thinking they digging up the grave, bro.
I'm like, huh?
I'm like, oh, well, we about to have the casket open, just a pair of bones. Let's
And then-
party.
Go like
I'm
this
like,
so
yo,
the
what
bones
the?
flip. I was about to say the bones are
Okay,
still there.
I'm done. The bones is still there. They disintegrated. No.
should have crypts more. Then that family exhumes the body of the dead person. Stay with me. Then they wrap the body in the finest.
Oh my God, you're right.
Perfume and/or
See?
wine for ceremonial purposes and also.
And now they're gonna flip them.
You were
They're gonna go through the towns flipping it.
All right, so we gonna have that application for me because apparently I was.
He wasn't paying attention because these people said they go there every 5 to 7 years,
I'm
and
like,
now they grab. What?
yo,
How long bones last?
oh, that's it. I don't
They
know.
not preserved.
How are you doing this?
What are they flipping?
This is the type
The
joint.
dust?
The dust.
Dirt? Sorry.
Okay, you know what? We just go. Let's just get our
Okay.
conjecture from the.
All right, because I don't want
It
nobody
smells like
getting
poop a
all
little bit. Then the
offended.
band starts playing, the music starts swinging, and buddy, everyone takes a turn dancing with that silk cocoon with a corpse in it. This is example number 1. You guys got to stick with me on this, okay? When the party is
I'm
over,
there.
the exhumed
I'm
body
there.
is delicately put back in the crypt, covered in alcohol and money and gifts. Seems like a waste, but you know, I like the idea. And yes, the American brain, this all seems batshit insane, but judge lest ye be judged.
I'd rather
Us
do
Americans
this.
are really big into burning the shit out of bodies and letting them turn into a pile of dust, and then some people take that pile of dust and dump it in the haunted mansion at Disney World to honor their mother who loved Disney so much, and the employees just vacuum that shit up. They don't care. At least these people know where their body is. Then we have the sky burials in Mongolia, which is as dope as it sounds.
Before you get
It's
into
not-
that, yo, that's ridiculous. If you dump my ashes at Disney World and then they put it in a vacuum and vacuum, yo, oh my. See,
Yo, people be saying that. I like the one that say put it in the water.
yes, I was about to say that. That's my favorite way. Like,
Yeah.
if there was a way to or a procedure after death or whatever, my favorite way is when people spread their ashes at where either they was born or like at some place that they really love,
Yeah.
or their like home country or something.
Yeah.
That's really fire and symbolic, bro. Do not dump somebody's. I don't care how much they loved Mickey. Do not dump their ashes at Disney World. Are you kidding me, bro? I don't care how much your Dukes love Disney, bro. I don't care how much Grandpa
You know what I
loved it.
see? This is really sad. They dumped the ashes in Disney World. All I see is them gym brooms.
Yes, yes, that's exactly what he said. They vacuuming it up. They're vacuuming them up and using a broom. Are you serious, bro? That was literally a person. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
Some
Please
people
don't
want
do this, bro.
stuff.
Please don't do
Not
this.
exactly what you think it is, though. Are you picturing a large cannon? That's what I pictured. It's not that. In its full essence, it's technically just a body rotting on a mountain, but there's a lot more to it, so let me explain. So sky
Oh, the
burials take
Arthur
place in
Morgan.
Tibet,
Okay,
Mongolia, and
sky
China.
burial.
So when the person dies, the body is left in a sitting position for 2 days while a lama prays over it, which a lama is a Buddhist priest. I'm not going to make
Okay.
a lama joke. Tucker, do not put a JPEG of a llama up right now. I wasn't going to do that. Well, I don't know. I don't know what you're going to be doing, so...
Okay,
This
well,
is
fuck
fire,
You don't know
Adams.
me.
You know,
Yes,
it's,
I like
I'm so
this.
no, I'm
This is
sick.
fire.
I'm sick of my
You know,
past self talking
like
like
you know what I'm
and
gonna
you
do. How
think
about I
you're
just
so
delete
We got a
important.
sippy cup.
Huh? You're gone forever. Your memory's erased. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yo,
what?
this is so fire. I
Yes,
love
sir.
this edit.
Goddamn right. God. So sky burial. So after the praying, the spine of the body is broken and it's folded in half, like a greeting card or a lawn
What?
chair. The body is
Excuse
then
me?
taken and carried to an elevated height while family members chant and beat drums. Nothing like a good walk with a little music. I should have done that Raycon ad now, damn it. Once the body reaches its final resting spot, the hair is shaved and it's chopped up into tiny bits so the vultures can eat it. It's really a full circle thing going on
Yo,
here.
what in the midsummer
this?
is this?
What is this?
What in the cult? I'm sorry. Nah, let me chill. Okay, this this is people's
I'm gonna
culture.
sit you
Let
on
me
the
chill.
top of the mountain, Buddha. Okay, fine. Everybody got
And-
their own
and
religion.
I'm literally sitting
2
up like
days
he's still
later,
alive.
I'm gonna fold you like a chair,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna bring you down the mountain.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna shave off your head so these birds can.
No,
build
shave
a
it head,
nest.
then chop you up into pieces. You forget about
Oh
that.
no! What?
You didn't hear that part?
No.
No, let's go back. Yeah.
Okay,
you-
come on.
That's where I lost it. I was like, nah, I really lost you.
Wait.
I should have done the Raycon ad now, damn it. Once the body reaches its final resting spot, the hair is shaved and it's chopped up into tiny bits so the vultures
No, the hair is shaved and chopped up into tiny bits.
No.
He's
think you're
talking about the
body.
hair.
No, I think he's talking
No,
about the
watch.
body.
can eat it. It's really a full
The
circle
hair.
thing going on here. Not even the bones are wasted. They're pounded up into a pulp and mixed with flour, tea, and yak butter to
So again, I'm gonna say the body chopped up into tiny pieces. Like, yo, what is
So the vultures can eat it because it's a sky burial.
What is the midsummer? What in the midsummer is this?
How did they even come up with this?
This is some cult activities. I'm sorry. Like, nah, let me chill. Because again,
Yeah,
this
don't
is
say
culture.
that, yeah.
That would be culture appropriate. Let me chill.
Wow.
That is very interesting.
It is.
I'd like to look into this further.
Sky burial.
But I don't think I'll be participating in this version of burial. I think I'm okay.
This is what they do.
Hey man, it's interesting though. I'll tell you what.
To feed the crows and hawks. Now that I think about it, this is a dope way about passing on, a real Mufasa way to handle this. But sadly, sky burials
Lion
are
King
very
energy.
illegal in America, which I think is bullshit, honestly, in my opinion. Not very freedom of you, Mr. Stars and Stripes. If I want my body to be eaten by a grizzly bear, that's my goddamn right. And then we have space
It is.
memorials.
Eh,
Remember I
true.
talked about that
Uh-oh.
giant goofy cannon? That's pretty much what
Space
this is.
memorial.
Fun fact, the average American funeral costs $9,000.
More.
But for
Yeah, just kill me. I'm sorry.
$9,000. That's just a casket and asking the preacher to preach.
Oh yeah, nah. Just,
We still talking about more.
Yo, just-
we still. Anyway.
This gonna sound crazy, but yeah, you could just throw my body in the ocean.
We
or
talking
something.
about the funeral parlor.
Nah.
You talking about the people
You can throw me in the ocean.
dig the graves, okay? Then we gotta go back, because if it's a black family, you gotta have like Thanksgiving, Easter dinner all in one, okay? And then you gotta have the styrofoams and the anyway.
It's sad because I cannot disagree with that at all. I cannot disagree with that at all because
Everybody
yo,
gotta take a plate home.
everybody got to take 2 plates home actually.
9,000 is a steal. Oh,
Mom.
headstones. You know how much a headstone costs?
Oh no, I don't even get into that. Nah, because the headstone will actually make me cry. Because I'm telling you right now, throw me into the ocean. I don't care if they find my body and think I was a murder case or something. I'm sorry, a murder case is what my wallet hit for the headstone, the 2 plates everybody taking home, the casket, the 6 feet under process of digging that up. Nah, just throw me into the
I
ocean.
don't want nobody to get offended. We all
Nah,
have
that's
our
what I'm
own
saying.
opinions. And
Bro,
some
if-
people take it real,
No, that's what I'm saying.
they gotta take it.
If
Never
you
mind.
would
No
like
matter
to
what
go
we say,
through-
they still gonna take it as.
That's what I'm saying. That's another thing, bro. If you get offended, and people that know us, you should clearly know we're memeing. Obviously, I don't want people to throw me into the ocean. And if you want to do a sky burial, space burial, if you want to do a normal burial process that costs a amount of money,
Go
you will have
ahead.
the right to do that. You know why? Because that is your family, and whatever you do with them is your decision. But me personally, gang, 9,000 is redonkulous, brother. Like. Please get rid of me or something, brother. And who's paying this off? Who is paying for this?
You gotta pay the morgue and you gotta pay the funeral parlor to come pick up the body.
I'll probably be paying for my own death. If that sounds egotistical, but that most likely would be the thing. I'll be paying for my own death because who's gonna pay 9,000 on average for me to die?
That's a lot.
Like what? I ain't gonna lie.
That's what this is. Fun fact, the average American funeral costs $9,000.
Oh my gosh.
Womp womp. But for as little as
Sheesh.
$2,500, you could have your ashes shot into space. A friggin' bargain, if I do say so.
Ah,
There's a
shoot, I'll
company
do
called
that.
Celestis that is
What?
solely dedicated to conducting space funerals. There are several different packages available, from a spaceship joyride that actually brings the ashes back to Earth, and a 100-year orbit that can track the body or ashes in real time. And after 100 years, it returns back to Earth's atmosphere, but because of the atmosphere, it burns up really quickly, so it's puffed into the sky, and you become like a cloud, which is kind of beautiful. All of that sounds
I
neat,
want
but I'm
that.
looking for a
Sounds good.
package
That
I
sounds
pass
amazing.
the moon. I don't want to stay in orbit. I want to fly into deep space. I want to get picked up by an ancient alien civilization, and they snort me trying to get a quick buzz. That's the way I want to go.
Me
and
too.
finally, we
That
have
sounds
Taiwanese
awesome.
funeral strippers. I don't really have to go into this one that deeply. I think you get the point. No one's completely sure how
Yeah.
this tradition started, but in Taiwan they have strippers.
Okay,
at their
well, let's
funeral.
not even worry
it
about
seemed
it.
to be because they want to have a turnout, so they bring strippers, which is, a good way to get a crowd. For example, in 2017, a politician died, and at his funeral they had 50 strippers dancing on top of Jeeps. So, that
Mom,
it seems
Mom,
to be.
I
They
need you
got
to-
a poles
No,
on
no.
top of these Jeeps?
Mom. Oh my God, they do. They do. Oh my gosh.
This
Look
is-
right here. Look,
yeah.
I'm blocking it right here. Yeah. Nah.
Oh,
do you
bro.
understand how ridiculous it is if you have to say, yo, for people to come to my funeral, I needed to get strippers at my John because no one cared enough to come to my funeral without them. Man, that is a sad existence.
Yeah.
That is terrible. Wow. Interesting. Tug, we got a minute left. Talk to me, brother.
Commonplace. It's a little bit uncouth, yes, but it's better than a Catholic priest looking you dead in the eyes and telling you that your gay cousin isn't going to make it to heaven. So, you know, different strokes for different folks. No
Messed
pun
up.
intended. A man died, Tucker, get it together. Okay, so hopefully you
exactly.
can take everything
Get it
I've given
together.
you and make a funeral that you're about to attend a little bit more fun for you and everyone involved. Really more for you, but I hope you take these to heart. Just make sure to live a long, full life and surround yourself with people who actually give a shit about you and is gonna make your funeral as fun as possible. New videos every Saturday. Like, comment, and subscribe. Here's a clip of my brother calling me in the middle of filming this, and he's just a nuisance. I'm filming right now.
Can you check if Helldivers is opening for you? Your hair looks nice.
Thank you.
People at work are very comfortable talking about you involved.
First of all, are you clicking on the shortcut or are you going into Steam?
No, I did both.
That was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
If your family isn't like this, are you truly family? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like when I call up Shania, my little sister, Ace me, sis, yo, if we're not saying absolutely dumb things to each other, are we really family? I don't think so. Like, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not calling her dark every time she pick up the phone, we're not actually family. That's not actually my little sister. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Ace me, sis. Love Shania. But yo, we got how to put fun in funerals. Again, another excelente video by Big Tug. Y'all already know what it is. I ain't gonna lie. Mom, any closing regards before we head out
I
of
don't
here?
know. My eyes is watering. I think it's allergies. Probably thinking, oh, she's crying.
I was about to say, Mom crying over there?
Nah.
What you mean?
No, I just hope that nobody got offended,
Nah,
or get
they-
offended.
they'll be
you
fine.
know,
They'll be fine.
it'd be so many different memes and stuff on like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That
Yo.
you laugh at that.
There's
like
no
that
way.
that one
Oh,
aunt
no,
that
go
goes
ahead.
to, that attends a funeral, and everybody be laughing.
The one that got the all black like. Nah,
know,
there's
I mean,
no
come
way. Nah, ma, keep it a buck. There's no way you're gonna get more offended at this video than the traveler creep guy. Like, there's no way.
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
you-
yeah.
if you're trying to justify that, bruh, get out of my comment section. You can unsubscribe. I don't really care. Like, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But like, yo,
Anyway.
yeah. We at the end of the video. How to put the fun in funerals. Big Tug, of course, like I say in the beginning and end of every video. That will be down in the description below to give your own opinions and conjecture. Mom, we at the end. Go ahead and tell them what they got to do on this bad boy right here.
Hit that thumbs up, like
No
this.
cap.
Comment.
cap.
Tell us the experience you had. Something positive,
You
funny.
feel me? Any
experience
funny
you
stories
had.
you got
Yeah,
at a
at a
funeral, you know what I'm saying?
funeral.
Make a positive moment out your joint. Let us know. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be very curious to see and read. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I
Yep.
know I'd be.
Click that black oval button,
Subscribe.
button,
Road to
and
2K,
then
brother.
go down a little bit. Make sure you see this. It's highlighted.
Turn on that post notification button every time they ask us. Family. Post new video. That boy be fresh, hot, spicy, fiery, and
Always in your feed.
let him know. Who you?
I'm Mom.
Attaboy Trill. And we gonna see y'all later. Peace.